Guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are out in the E39 M5. Finally bring it onto the channel, show you guys what it's all about. So just here with my brother. What do we call caravan, guys?
Anything's fine, caravan.
Alright, so here with my brother, and he's going to talk you through the M5, the technical side and stuff. So yeah, what do you want to let us know about the M5?
It's better than the M3.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so E39 M5, I'm sure a lot of you are aware about what the car is. Obviously my brother's featured his M3. Different sort of animal, I guess. Widely regarded by a lot of people as the best M5 built. Subjective opinion, but obviously I seem to agree. So 4.9 litre, 5 litre basically, 400 horsepower, V8 up front, race derived engine from M-Power. I think it's roughly around 340 torque, don't quote me on that. And yeah, so it was a bit of an impulse purchase about 2 years ago. Me and my dad looking for a M3, and this turned up on eBay, and we just purchased it from there. Had it for about 2.5 years. Done quite a lot of maintenance work and just the usual stuff. We'll run you through that. So it's had like timing chain tensioners, suspension overhaul, struts will need doing soon again though. Had all of the servicing fluids, like an inspection 2 done on it, and
it's had all the new tyres put on all around as well.
Yeah, so it's running Michelin PS4s on the back, and it's just got some Pirellis on the front. I will be putting them to Michelins. But obviously just had to quickly throw them on for an MOT, and I couldn't get hold of the Michelins at the time. And yeah, so condition wise the car's in really good condition. Well, it's got a few niggles, but yeah, so the leather needs kind of restoring. It's not ripped or torn or anything like that, but to me, I want to get it done. Obviously, I want the car to be in like pristine condition. It's usually used as like a weekend car / backup car, but bodywork wise there's no rust. You know, that was one of the major points when we saw it. When I bought the car, it had been sitting for about 5 years. The guy literally bought it as an investment. He told me, and he goes, you know, he paid $6,000 for it, sold it to me, and that's it. I've just brought it up to this condition now, and it's a 2000 car. I'm pretty sure it's a pre-facelift, but it's got all of the facelift parts in it. So we've got, you know, the widescreen nav, the updated Xenons. I've just updated the steering wheel as well from Royal Steering Wheels. Done a perfect job on it, and so it's also got the updated dials, the grey ones. Rear tail lights are facelift as well. So yeah, you couldn't really tell it apart.
Alright, so one of my favourite features of this car, so not all of them come with it, but this one's got the BMW telephone, and like literally like say, yo, you want a dessert or something, yo, can I just get a Malteser waffle or something please? Yeah, just deliver it to my house. Yeah, it's such a sick feature.
It's not that good, it doesn't work. Driving wise, I think that's what you guys want to know about. The car, to me, an M3 is a bit more raw, a bit more fun. Obviously this is a 5 Series, it's meant to be a motorway cruiser, but when it comes to around, I don't know, about 60-70 miles an hour, obviously having had it against my brother's car, it demolishes it demolishes a lot of cars in that power range. I've also owned F10 535D, had it remapped from GKR Performance. That was running about 375 horsepower and I think 750 newton meters of torque. And yeah, come to about 60-70 miles an hour, this would just shoot off. And it's very surprising for a 20-year-old car what this can actually do. Even around the bends, I can get this to keep up with an M3.
So in terms of maintenance and stuff, what are we looking at on these M5s?
It depends if you're going to do them all dealer maintained or, you know, a specialist. Service isn't too expensive. You can pick up oil, 10W60 Castrol, that's what usually people put in here. It doesn't cost too much, roughly about 60 to 80 pound for the engine oil. Filters are, you know, you can get them from Eurocar Parts, Mann, Bosch, whatever brand you prefer. And yeah, I think on average about 150 it costs me for parts for service, and we do just service it at home. Obviously keep all the invoices for all the work we've done. It's got a folder full of it from when I bought it. I think major maintenance items, people usually say like rod bearings, not very common for these cars, but it might be worth getting looked at when you're getting close to the 100k mileage. Obviously you don't know how the car's been looked after previously. That is something I will consider in the future, but because it only gets driven about 1,000 miles a year roughly, you know, then it's not something I'm going to be looking at anytime soon. I don't think it needs anything doing mechanically at the moment, because I had everything that I could see doing, even down to like the oil filter housing grommets were broken. I've had them done. It's good at the moment. It's just been serviced about a month ago, MOT'd about a month ago. The only thing I want to do is really the rear suspension, the struts. They will need changing because they're really soft. I have got a pair of OEM ones with springs, so I might just stick them on for now, but I'm thinking about going for Coney yellow stuff, not Coney yellow stuff, Coney yellow sports, just because they're close to OEM ride, and they are adjustable and they give it that bit of a drop that I want at the back, but we'll see what the future holds for that.
So guys, as you know, the E39 M5 is regarded as one of the best M5s out of all of them. So why do you think that is?
I think it's just the drivability. It's not the last analog car because it has, you know, your traction control aids, but it's the combination of the suspension. I think the car was just set up perfectly from factory, which is why a lot of people have even gone to aftermarket springs and struts and then just gone back to OEM afterwards. It's just a comfortable car, but when you want it to be an animal, it becomes an animal. And even, you know, today's day and age, this car rides so smooth, drives brilliant. It's, you know, it's up to date. Your entertainment might be a bit dated, but you can get Android units for them. But, you know, and besides fuel economy, I don't think this car, there's nothing about it. You know, you can keep it going forever, I think. Obviously, depending on tax and everything with the new electric stuff coming out. But yeah, so it's a wicked car. You can get cars that are faster for less money. But it's the feel of an M car. It's something about it that's special. I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but it's just the way it drives, the way it puts a smile on your face. So for example, this one's got the backbox delete, and you know, we'll put some clips in to show you what it sounds like.
Right, so what's the plans for the car in the future? Because obviously we've both been working on this car together, like as you can see on the Instagram page as well. Like we've done a bit of work ourselves, and then obviously my uncle, who used to have an M5 before as well, he did quite a bit of the work for us as well in Huddersfield. But yeah, so what's the plans in the future with this car? What do you want to do to it? And don't tell me you want to put it in the storage, because yeah, I ain't letting you do that.
Yeah, so I would if I could. I'm gonna probably get a front end respray on it, just to make it mint. It's obviously got a few stone chips on there. Suspension and interior, that's the things on my list for this year.
I think the interior, we're looking at the Caramel Heritage one, because it'll set the car off against the carbon black. The interior just look wicked, but
so yeah. I have broken one or two of these, and I've got quite a few good contacts, and I will be breaking them in the future. So obviously, if I come across that Caramel Heritage interior and the Alcantara headlining, that's what I will be putting in here. You know, the car's done 84,000 something miles, and I think it's a 3-owner car off the top of my head. So purpose of it is, at the moment, I'm thinking of it as an investment, but I also want to enjoy the car. Who knows if the prices will go up or come down? You know, who knows what the future holds, but fingers crossed. You know, you can pick these cars up from anywhere between $7,000 for a 200k mile one, all the way up to, you know, I've seen them at £35,000. It just depends. I'd say look at maintenance history, mileage. It depends. If you're buying it for an investment, then obviously you want a lower mileage, lower owner car. And if you think you can spend some money on it, then bring it up to standard. Then obviously it will be worth it. But obviously, if you want it to hoon around, you want to have some fun, then I'd just say just buy one. Regardless of the mileage, buy one that's maintained, had all the main mechanical stuff done to it, and I think that's the best option for them. Let's get
this one, because this has got the comfort seats actually. These are pretty rare to come across in these, so they've got a lot more options with them. So the back headrest goes up and down. You can tilt the back forward and backwards right from the centre bit. Also they've got your butt massages as well, which is sick. That's just a sick option. And yeah, so overall the car, it's in good condition, could be better, but at the end of the day the car's for driving, not for sitting in and looking at the interior. So let's see how it goes. This car can shift. For a 20-year-old car, this car flies.
Bought it about 2.5 years ago, looking for an M3, came across this, and I've always wanted a E39 M5, been watching videos on E39 source from about 4 or 5 years ago, and I've just always been into it. Had a 535i E39 V8 before, and obviously you always want the daddy of the bunch. Car's done about 84k, 84 and a half. I think it's a 3-owner car. It was sitting for about 5 years from when we bought it, and you know, we've just brought it back up to scratch. It's got a few little things that need doing. I want to do the struts on the back. They've gone really soft, and I want to get the front end painted and sort the interior out. Interior is obviously it's just normal wear and tear on it, not ripped or anything. If I come across a caramel heritage interior, I will be putting that in it, just to make it stand out a bit more, and obviously it's a bit more desirable.
In terms of the interior, this isn't just a standard interior, is it? It's the comfort seats.
So it's a rare option actually, but it's a comfort seats with massaging. Well, it's not massaging.
It massages your ass basically.
Yeah, okay, you probably like that stuff. It's active seats, so for long journeys, what it does is it's got two airbags, pumps them up, and it's basically like when you're shifting around in a car on a long journey on the seat, it just does that for you, so you don't have to move around. They're good seats, but for obviously when you put your foot down, they're not very supportive, which is why obviously people prefer the actual M5 seats or the caramel. Caramel just looks better. Got another M5 and I literally just broke it.
Parts car.
Well, parts car or not, I just wanted to try it, get to know the car inside out. So we completely stripped it down to even pistons, con rods, the blocks by itself. I've got all of those parts and I am selling them. I have still got quite a bit of stuff for that car that I broke. That's up for sale. So if you do, any enthusiast needs any parts, do let me know.
Just drop a comment below or just message me on the Instagram page and I'll let you know what I've got. So this has got the glass sunroof as well, which is a better option. I don't like the metal one because it's a bit pointless, doesn't let any light in.
So it's got the standard spec, like these come very spec'd out of standard anyway.
Yeah.
But obviously you got the massaging seats.
So we gave it a detail last year, and to be honest, with the carbon black, it just came out and it popped. And like even when we wash it now, because it's been protected and stuff, like the colour still pops on the outside. In terms of the outside, we went for a drive recently, so we need to the indicator on the right side that needs replacing. There's a few lacquer peels and stuff on the front, so we're thinking of getting front end respray on it. But we might hold off on that because we still drive the car around, so it might be a bit pointless getting it already.
I think if I do it, I will smooth off the front bumper where the numplate is. And
it's just little niggly bits and bobs, but overall the car is like bang on. Like can't really fault it. It's 10 times better than the M3 at the moment because it's had most of the work done. So let's see. Hopefully in the future, in the next video, I'm going to be putting the M3 and the M5 up against each other and show you what both cars are about and what they can do.